Spaghetti-o. Hey, mamas, we live in a society now where you can be Kylie Jenner. You can be a multi-billionaire. To be literally like what almost every girl tries to look like, the beauty standard, and still get cheated on. I don't know if y'all have seen Twitter, like, recently, but Kylie Jenner got cheated on by Travis Scott. I don't give a kahootie McBooty about, like, most celebrity relationships, and I wouldn't be making this video except for the fact that there has been a crazy string of cheating in the past, like, literally 2 weeks. It started with the Try Guy. What is his name? Ned from Try Guys. And then there was Adam Levine, singer of Maroon 5, which his cheating event spawned the whole meme. The girl literally leaked a screenshot of him, like, thirst DMing her, being like, that Betty verse is on. It's like the most... It is the most, like, embarrassing thirst DM I've ever read, and to have that posted is so funny. So let's dig into it. Let us dig into it right after this quick break. Shout out to our sponsor, Every Plate. You know what's something that feels like cheating, but it's perfectly nice and good? Every Plate, baby. Listen. Every Plate is 25% cheaper than grocery shopping. With food prices at the grocery store going up, you can count on Every Plate to be a great value week after week. That's why they call it America's best value meal kit, baby. Sorry, that was loud. You can choose any options from the menu, including family-friendly, quick and easy, meat and veggie, or just veggie. So you can try whatever you want without committing to one preference. And listen, get a load of this. Get a load of this. You can get your first box for just $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code DRAMA149. That is everyplate.com and enter code DRAMA149 to get your first box for just $1.49 per meal. I've been loving Every Plate. I've been chefing it up, baby. Y'all already know. I am an independent man cooking for myself. Who would have thought? Anyways, check it out. Let's continue with the episode. What's happening, y'all? What's going on? Why is it that it's almost like contagious? It's like I'm calling it now. There's going to be a disease uncovered that, like, Adam Levine, Ned, and Travis Scott all are sick from, and it's going to be cheating 22. COVID-19, a thing of the past. We are now dealing with cheating 22. Mamas, watch out. Hide your significant other. But I wanted to talk just about cheating today. I feel like I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but I've been cheated on before, so I kind of have that experience to draw from and talk to y'all about. So I guess I'll begin with how I was cheated on, cause now that's just like a thought in your brains. So let me itch that scratch that itch for you, if you will. This was like one of my first relationships. It was good. Like, it was cute, and I was like madly in love, even though I was like 17, but like it felt so real. I mean, it was real. Like, I don't know why I'm like discounting it, like, but like I was like fully like head over heels. Like, it was real bad. Like, I would just sit in class. Like, I think my grades dead ass dropped. Like, I think my grades literally dropped like 5% in a month because I would just sit in class like thinking about this person, and she kind of like, it was kind of like a rebound relationship for her, which is a little awkward because it was my first like big one. So like, I feel like it wasn't, crazy special for her, but I was like, like, I look crazy with this lighting. Sorry to the video listeners. Jesus. I look like a damn... Anyways. I was really head over heels. It's really embarrassing to think about in retrospect, but we had been dating for about, like, I want to say 3 months when this incident took place. So we had been what is the word? Active, and I don't mean that in like a sense, or I mean a physical exercise, like sports sense. I mean a different kind of active. So we were like, I don't know if you can like see in the back of my brain. I'm like, should I just end this episode and go to sleep and not continue? But we're gonna continue because we're 5 minutes in, and I'm not backing down, baby. So there was a party with like a few of my friends, and we were drinking. Oh, sorry. I was 17. Well, anyways, sue me. Anyways, it wasn't even a party. It was like 4 of us having a get together, like, and we played music from a Bluetooth speaker. It was literally nothing crazy. I think I had like 2 drinks of a silly little cider. That I should make that merch. Silly little cider. Buy bet of the week. Silly little cider. It sounds so fun. That's a genius name. If anyone takes that idea, I will actually drone strike your house. Anyways, like it wasn't crazy, and I was almost 18 too. So, and 18 is the legal drinking age in Alberta. Moving on. Why am I justifying that? Guys, don't drink. If you're underage, do not drink, unless it is the wine of Jesus, y'all. Anyways, get together. We're all chilling. And then we start like kind of like breaking off into different groups. Like, my girlfriend, should we give her a name? Let's say, I almost just said her name. I was like trying to think of a name, and then I literally just almost said her actual like legal name, like fully just doxed her. Why is this so hard? Janice. Janice went to go hang out with one of my friends, and then I went to go hang out with my other friend, and we kind of split into these duos, and it was Janice and friend, evil, derogatory, who were upstairs together in friend's room. It was that friend's house, so we were all chilling at, and I went outside and watched my other friend smoke a cigar. I didn't smoke it because what the fuck do you have a cigar for at age 17? That makes no sense. Where'd you even get a cigar? Like, we have to pull up to like biology class, grade 10 biology class. No, grade 12, grade 11 biology class tomorrow. Why are you smoking a cigar? We're in rural Alberta. Why are you smoking a Cuban cigar? Anyways, so I was just like watching him, and it was boring. We went back inside, and we were like, okay, well, where's Janice and friend? And so we go up to Janice's room, and the door is locked. I'm like, that's strange. I'm like, hi, give me back girlfriend, please. And I'm like knocking on the door, and then there's like no response, but I hear like squeaks on the bed. And I also hear like kind of like giggling, and like when I knocked, I heard like a kind of like a hush, and then they stopped. Whoa, my iPad died. Amazing. So I like knock again, and then friend comes to the door, opens it like just a little crack, pops their head through, and just says like, "Go away." I'm like, okay, interesting, because I'm hearing noises. Very interesting noises coming from inside your room. So I'm like, that's very interesting. That's a very interesting thing to say. at this moment. So me not knowing how to deal with the situation, being 17 and literally having 3 little worms walking around in my skull instead of a brain, I go back downstairs. I'm like, okay, see you. And my friend like is kind of looking at me like knowing what's going on. He's like, bruh, it's not gonna be a fun night for you, and let me tell you that much. I'm like, okay. So I go upstairs and knock again, and friend, evil, derogatory, comes to the door, opens it like a little bit more, and I like put my foot in and kind of like push my way in a little bit, and I see that they had like literally, it looked like they had been making out, and I was like, interesting. That's really interesting. So, friend is like, get out. I'm like, are you gonna call the police? Like, what do you mean get out? And I'm like, all right. So I leave. I go back downstairs. And I'm like, you better come down here. You better get down here right now. I'm not a confrontational person, so I was like hating this. Like I was not enjoying this. I know a lot of people like would love to walk in and be like, bah. But I'm not gonna beat my friend up, and you know, like the phrase like never hit a girl. Obviously, never hit a girl, but friend in this case is non-binary, so not hitting non-binary either. I wouldn't hit anyone. So I go downstairs and I'm like, and I'm texting them and I'm like, get down here, please. And I start questioning them. And they finally come downstairs. And they're like, what were you doing up there? And they're like denying everything. They're like saying like, I don't know what you're talking about. You heard nothing. And then Janice comes downstairs like crying. And like goes down to the basement. I'm like, oh my God. So I go down to the basement. I'm like, friend, fuck you, like, bye, friend derogatory. And I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to Janice 1 second. And I start asking like Janice what happened. I'm like, what went down there? What happened? And Janice tells me like everything. And it basically, just got cheated on. Bada bing, bada boom. Like, so that happened. And it's really interesting kind of navigating that, because when you get cheated on, it's like on one hand, like you feel literally every emotion. Like you feel like the grief, you feel the rage, you feel all of that. Which really sucks. But then you're also like looking at like your partner and you're like seeing how brutal they feel. And I wasn't like, I'm not trying to be like, I am Mother Mary, or I am, what was that girl's name? Mother Teresa. Who was Mother Mary? Oh, she gave birth to Jesus. It's been a minute since I was in Catholic school. Holy. I like recognize that I didn't want to add to like the badness of the moment. Like I was so hurt and like quite angry, but I didn't want to like I didn't want to take that out on her or anyone in the situation, because like that wouldn't accomplish anything. Like as emo as I can be and like literally insane as I can be, I'm a very analytical person, and I just knew like what I yell and then what, or what I like create a scene, create a little hissy fit, and then what? Nothing. Like the situation's still bad. Plus I'd probably like say something mean and then someone is hurt. No, that's not a good way to do it. So I was just like, I like went and cried for a little bit. Then I came back and I was like, well, I can't drive home because I had 2 silly little ciders, so I'm gonna sleep in the basement. Friend derogatory, you sleep your ass upstairs in your room. Get away from me for at least 24 hours. And meanwhile, other friend is just like in the middle of all this, just like, hey y'all, what's up? It was so awkward. So it's when you get cheated on, I feel like it creates like a permanent crack in the relationship. It's not. I genuinely don't think there can ever be a cheater in a relationship and then that relationship can go back to normal. Like, that is a permanent crack that will always be there. You can't paint over it. You can't, like, it's always going to be there in the foundation. That's not to say you can't come back from it, and that's not to say you can't like learn from it or even like potentially have it be a situation that like you can grow from. Because if you cheat, you should grow from it. You should learn. But what ended up happening with me and Janice was I drove her to work the next day, and it was like the most awkward situation. Like, literally complete silent drive. Dropped her off, and it was like, have a good shift, bae. Anyways, so that was a really fun experience. And then we ended up breaking up. And it wasn't even my idea to break up. It was hers. She it wasn't just because of that. It was because of like wanting to work through like mental health issues, which is completely valid. But it did happen a week after that situation. And to make matters worse, friend derogatory like literally never apologized and kept trying to get closer to Janice, and I was like, literally, back up before I kick you with a steel toe boot. I will stomp on you. I won't, but proverbially I would love to stomp on you like a little bug, like a little cockroach. But we ended up breaking up, and it was weird because we never like really talked about it. We never like really had like a good closure moment. So it was a lot of me just kind of like wondering, like kind of blaming myself, or like, was it my fault? And I think that's the case in like a lot of situations where you have like me just making this whole episode about me. I'm like, Kylie Jenner, and I'm like, guys, I got cheated on. So let's put it back to like, I want to talk real quick about the Try Guy situation, but we'll get into that right after this quick break. You know what the Try Guys should have tried? I don't think I can say that. But they should have tried every plate because the food is so delicious. It could have saved. No, we're not even going there. We're not even going there. Listen, don't turn to takeout when things get hectic, like a marriage falling apart. Instead, get every plate delivered. It's 58% cheaper than your average fast casual meal, and you can always feel good about what you're eating. Every plate is the easiest way to get more bang for your buck. One meal from every plate is just $4.99, and buying groceries will cost you 25% more. But guess what? You thought $4.99 was low? Baby, you can get your first box for just $1.49 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code DRAMA149. That is everyplate.com. Enter code DRAMA149 and you can get your first box for just $1.49 per meal. And you can maybe cook as good as I am. You can maybe be as ratatouille as I am, but probably not, but you could. Anyways, thanks for sponsoring this episode. Let's continue. Okay, so with the Try Guy situation, I think a lot of the outrage that came from this was from a lot of people who weren't even like Try Guy fans. Like, most of the people on Twitter, I feel like maybe saw like one or two Try Guy videos at most. Not to say, I'm not like trying to be like, Try Guys are irrelevant or anything like that. Like I'm sitting in my mom's basement in a corner with a green screen that I got from, what is it called? Dollarama, and taped it to my wall, and it fell on me the other day. Like, I'm in no place to talk. But it was so many people just like getting swept up in this spectacle of like catching a cheater. And it was especially bad because this guy kind of made his whole brand like loving his wife and stuff and being like the sensible one and all that stuff. So for this guy to literally cheat on his wife, get caught, and especially when like you're part of a brand that is like multiple people and it was an employee, like is like a literal employee, like someone that works for you technically. Very bad situation. So like from an ethics point of view, oh my god, like yikes. But it's like, imagine being like Ned's wife that got cheated on, because you are now, especially if you're in the public eye, like that's what's so crazy to me about these celebrities is like you are so in the public eye that you now not only have to deal with like this crumbling relationship or marriage, you also have to deal with like this newfound perception of either you being the victim or you being the cheater, which is probably very uncomfortable, very like much. That sounds horrifying. Kobe's coming over here. Kobe doesn't have to worry about getting cheated on because she doesn't have a vagina because she's spayed. Hi, people. Actually, wait. What happens when dogs get spayed? I don't think that means they take their vagina out. I actually don't know what it means. But it's like the victim of the cheating is almost like it really does level the playing field a lot of the time, because you now suddenly have like the cheater like bending to your knees. Wow, this is like taking such a manipulation like turn, but it's like you're like now the one calling the shots, because like this person like really did you dirty, and you can. Kobe, what are you doing? She's derailing my train of thought. She should go down. Blah, blah, blah. But she's probably going to pee on the carpet, so that's really good. Go upstairs, baby. Go upstairs. Up, up, up. Come on. Anyway, sorry, y'all. So, you have situations like that where it's obviously very bad, but then you also have situations even worse, like freaking Beyonce and Jay-Z. Like, damn, imagine you're married to Beyonce, like probably one of the most beloved people of our generation, of multiple generations, and you're Jay-Z and you cheated on her. I'm surprised he didn't get assassinated. Like, people were mad. That was crazy. That was really crazy. So it's like these celebrities on one hand have to deal with like they're literally just between them and the other person and like working that out, but also the whole spectacle of it all, like the whole media frenzy that has now begun. And like you see that with like influencers too, who like have like cheating scandals. It's obviously nowhere like on the scale of like Beyonce and Jay-Z, but definitely probably very uncomfortable. Now, ever since I like got cheated on, I like kind of knew that like knowing how bad that felt and then kind of gaining like a following online, I always knew that I would like always want a private relationship, like no matter what. Like from the moment I like gained like a following, private relationship, because like even not even just cheating, like going through a breakup while being like on the internet in like a big way would be so horrifying, especially like if you're a public relationship. You now have people like investing emotions into you two, and then all of a sudden you break up and you have people picking sides, like mommy and dad, you're getting a divorce. Like that is so brutal and definitely so uncomfortable. And you see it all the time with like public relationships just like crumbling before our eyes, and it's on TikTok room and everyone's like weighing in their thoughts, and it's like, oh, this person cheated and then this happened, and it's like so messy. That does not need to be on the internet at all. And what's even crazier is so many people like, I mean, a lot of people just like when they become like influencers, they just find ways to monetize every single moment of their life. So all of a sudden, like, say they get cheated on or they're in a breakup, they're being the good little influencer they are. They're going to make that as much of a spectacle as they can to like maybe gain sympathy, which in turn could gain them followers. crazy shit like that. And I know y'all are like thinking like, okay, that's a very like depressing, cynical way to view like influencers. It's real. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all. It's fully like I have I don't know how I like get in situations like this, but I've like been around people who I'm definitely not gonna name drop. I'm trying to say this in a way that like won't reveal any details about anyone, but like some of the biggest like breakups of the influencer world, and being around the people that were involved in it and seeing them immediately like talking about planning diss tracks and what podcasts they want to go on and like hiring a PR team. It's so genuinely insane how immediately like the jump is to find a way to like gain from it and benefit from it, which I don't fully blame them, because it's like, say you get cheated on, like you're gonna want to like make something of it, and like a typical kind of like response to getting cheated on is to like make the other person pay in some shape or form, and that's a way, I guess, to make someone pay. But at the same time, like, damn, like that you really just take out like all the it really is insane how leechy influencers can be. Ooh, y'all, if I could say who it was, y'all, your minds would be blown. But I'm not going to say because it's out of my business. So I'm just going to vaguely allude to it on the Drama Mama podcast. But nevertheless, so awkward, like so genuinely awkward in every sense of the. It's like like Loki. We need to start like like it makes me want to become like Catholic again, and like there's like something in the Bible being like, if you cheat, you will have 4,000 rocks thrown at your head and you will go to hell. Like maybe they were onto something with that one. And now it's a little bit murky because in 2022, why did I have to think about what year it was? Oh my God. It's 2022, and there is like, there's open relationships, which are more and more common. And those have like their whole host of kind of problems, like miscommunications can lead to like people feeling like they got cheated on, or while the other person might not even view it as cheating, like a whole different range of ways. Me just like shitting on open relationships, like not to dog on them too much. Personally, not good. Not for me. But it's just crazy how in quick succession it's happened. It's like almost every week you log on to twitter.com and it's like, someone know. Thought I had a cold sore for a second. No herpes on me. No. It's like every week there's a new celebrity. But also like I think the spectacle of it all is a little bit too much. Like the way some people have like I'm not trying to defend cheaters, but it's like the way people act like they actually like killed their partner when like they like kissed someone else. It's so like over the top sometimes, which it's very much no one's business. Like unless like the person that got cheated on, like I don't know. I just really think it's like it's for those two people to deal with. Like there's no reason why the public should be involved to like be the police on the situation. Like the Twitter is not the cheating police. That is going to end so messy if Twitter gets involved in every cheating situation. Like I guess the Beyonce situation is maybe like a best case scenario for celebrities, because they had already like worked through it. It's not like Beyonce logged on to twitter.com and was like, I am going to kill Jay-Z. It wasn't anything like that. Like they worked on it together, and then I guess like probably once they were both on stable terms, then she like released her whole album like announcing what happened and all that, and then Jay-Z released 444, making his album kind of like as a response. It's like still like profiting from y'all's cheating, but like a more human way to do it, I guess you could say. But I don't know, bro. It's not the funnest thing, to have happen, I would know. I would know. I think I just heard Kobe run into a wall. But before we wrap this up, I'm gonna read some of your guys' drama. As y'all know, if you tweet me using the hashtag Drama Mama Podcast, I will read your drama on a future episode of the Drama Mama Podcast. So use the hashtag Drama Mama Podcast, and I will read it, baby. Okay. I have so much phlegm. Y'all, actually, wait, I need to ask y'all something. Like, do y'all know what causes mucus? I've heard there's, like, mucus-causing foods, and I have been coughing, like, so much. Like, maybe I'm just dying genuinely, but... Oh, Kobe's back down here. I don't think she ran into a wall. I think she's good. But, like, my throat always has just, like, goop at the back of it, and it's starting to drive me a little bit insane. So... We're gonna read a little drama story. This one is from Caitlin. Caitlin says, "Hey Ben, so in June, me and my now ex-best friend got in a fight over some personal shit, and it got really heated and ended up blocking each other. Then late August, her friends, we shit-talked them last year, started DMing me about how they are gonna fight me. First day of school, I'm already getting shit thrown at me, and this girl is screaming, and these girls are screaming at each other at 7 a.m. We go to the office and almost get suspended. The next day, this girl's waiting for me outside my class to fight me, but our principal caught us and suspended her. It died down somewhat. We still talk shit at each other and all that. Until Monday, when my ex-best friend and her boyfriend walk past me and say, ew. So I say, ew back, which caused a whole other thing, which involves screaming again. And this ain't even over. A lot is still happening to this day. Anyways, I love you, Ben. I enjoy listening to your podcast and watching your videos. Enjoy my beef." Okay. It sounds like y'all are very nuclear to each other. And even though, like, they're instigating it, it sounds like a lot of time by just saying ew to you, which is mean and rude. It's annoying when someone's, like, trying to, like, does stuff or says stuff to you to get a reaction out of you, hoping that you'll, like, maybe throw the first punch or something. You really gotta, like, try and avoid that. And don't, like, it's easy to, like, let pride get in the way, and you might think to yourself, like, oh, this person, like, wronged me or disrespected me, so I need to, like, get them back. But sometimes the most mature thing to do is to ignore it and let them just be stinky in peace. And when those people who are looking for a reaction don't get a reaction, they most of the time just stop, because the one thing they've been trying to get, like, once you kind of, like, signal to them that you're not going to give it to them, they just give up. So I would recommend just try avoiding them. And if they try that with you again, just, like, say, girl, bye. Anyways, thank you for tweeting me your drama. If you want me to read your drama in a future Bye Guys episode, use the hashtag Drama Mama Podcast, and I'll read it. I'll see y'all next week. And I'm in a very strange place right now. So if you want to see where I am in the world, check my Instagram. I love y'all. Take care. Better than we get, chill.